Hey guys, and welcome to WTFarm Girl channel. I am Suzanne, and this is chicken chopping day. All right, the day has finally come. The day you all have been waiting for the last 8 months. Today is rooster chopping day. Well, actually, they were gonna be butchered a long time ago, and we actually did butcher out half the chickens a long time ago. So it was about, I don't know, they were about 16 to 18 weeks of age, and that's what I read online that Buff Orpingtons should be butchered at, you know, for full maturity. So we started butchering the chickens out, and we noticed that they were like the size of tiny little Cornish hens from the store. And I weighed them out and they were like 2 pounds. No kidding, 2 pounds. So that yielded barely a pound of meat. It was really bad. So we decided to let them grow a little bit longer. Well, you know how life on the farm goes, and you get busy. And all right, you guys that watched the kitty worm out of the nose botfly video are gonna like this, because here's Sassafras. I'm taking a break real quick to show you a little Sassy. What you got there, Sassafras? Whoa, looks like a big fat mouse. Looks like a fresh one. He's feeling pretty good. He got his nuggets nipped off the other day, so he is doing fine from his surgery. As you can tell, that cat is not starving. He is so fat. You a little chunky boy, huh? Yeah, you are. Oh, that is definitely a fresh one, because he didn't have that like 10 minutes ago. Is it dead? I hope so. Alright, he'll probably eat it in a few minutes here. Anyhow, yeah, Sassafras is doing great. I'm not sure why his stomach is so fat. I did give him a all-inclusive wormer from the vet like a week ago. And I don't know. Anyhow. Anyway, I just thought you might like to see that. All of you guys that came off from the botfly in the nose kitten video. So there's Sassafras, and he is quite literally in almost every single video if you go back through the videos on my channel. Yeah. Yep. Especially the horse trailer series. Watch the horse trailer series. He is in all of those. So the Buff Orpingtons, we decided to let grow longer. I already got several of them done, so I will show you the last couple that I have left. Let's do it. With older chickens, you do want to age them, and with a lot of these heritage breeds, you want to age them. You don't chop them and throw them on the grill and eat them up. You could probably chop them and throw them in a stew pot and cook them for quite a while and slowly. But generally speaking, you want to age them about 7 to 10 days. So that is what we're going to do with the chickens. Kind of, sort of. Today is 40 degrees. Perfect day to do this. I've got the 6 girls plus 2 roosters already butchered out. And they're hanging. Looks like they're done dropping blood. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to gut them, and then I'm going to leave the feathers on, and I'm going to hang them. And then what I think I'm going to do is take this cooler right here and attempt to fill it with water. It does not have a plug on the end, so I got to plug it. I'm going to make a brine mixture, like sheer salt mixture with water, and then put the chickens in there and let them sit in there for, I don't know, a couple days maybe. It's not going to be a very potent brine. It'll be cooled enough to keep them from growing any bacteria, but basically the salt in the water kind of helps keep them from freezing, and it also kind of injects a little bit more tenderizing factor into them. So it was actually my farrier that gave me that idea, oddly enough. So we'll give that a try and see how that goes. We'll see if these guys turn out a little bit better than their earlier relatives. You know, strangely enough, the roosters are actually calmer than the hens. I don't know why. They're also a lot harder to stuff in this comb because of their giant combs. So, yeah. It's gonna be a little bit of a trick. But see how calm he is? He's just chilling. He's like, alright, time to go. Definitely awkward. You really got to kind of stuff them in here. But they ended up being pretty calm about it, strangely enough. I just use a chopping axe, and the first whack basically, you know, cuts off brain activity, bleeds them out, and then I off the head. So at this point, you're probably wondering if I'm going to show this, and the answer is no, because I don't want to be flagged by YouTube for anything crazy. So while there are a lot of people that probably do show this whole thing, and they have not gotten in trouble, I don't want to be one of the ones that does. So at this point, we're just going to like give you something pretty to watch while this happens. Enjoyed that pretty little bit of scenery there. So here is Mr. Rooster. Here are the Aldity roosters right here. You can't really see. Sorry. I know, you can't really see anything at all other than it just looks like a chicken hanging upside down. So, yeah. You know, it's kind of ironic because as a kid growing up, I was very likely to become a vegan. Had I the internet as a kid and all the stuff that, you know, vegans hear about, had I known all that as a kid, I probably would never eat meat again. No joke. I used to cry when I see roadkill on the side of the road. Like, full on cry. Because I felt so bad for those poor animals that got hit by a car, and oh my gosh, so sad. But then it was interesting because as I got older and I turned I was always very interested in Native Americans and the Native American way of life, which of course involved killing your own food. So, you know, I kind of started thinking about that early on in life, thinking, well, you know, if I had to kill my own food, could I do it? Well, the Native Americans did, so that's kind of how the whole thing started wrapping around my brain. And then when I became older, I was definitely into gourmet cooking. And my dad served me venison one day that someone had given him. And it was a James Beard recipe, and it was, oh my gosh, so good. I about fell over with joy. I was like, if this is what venison tastes like, sign me up for killing stuff and eating it. I mean, it sounds pretty crude, but that's the seriousness of it. Because when you appreciate food, you appreciate what goes into it, not just I buy it from the store and I make up a delicious recipe. It's more than that. It's more than just getting some meat and cooking it well. If you start with something crappy, it's hard to make something good out of it. But if you start with something amazing, you know, the world is your oyster. So for me, farming is food. It's not just producing profits. I mean, I know a lot of farming is nowadays, but we kind of hail back to the old school farmers of self-sufficiency, growing your own food, which involves cows and chickens, and putting it out yourself, you know, whenever possible. So that's where this came from. I don't do this because I like seeing animals die or I like seeing, you know, stuff suffer in front of me. I do this because I appreciate the work that went into caring for these animals, and I sure as heck am going to do my very best to represent them well in culinary fashion. So yes. So anyway, guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you can appreciate where your food comes from. I'm not saying hit the like button because you like seeing a chicken get chopped. Hit the like button because you appreciate the work that goes into food that goes on your table. Hit the subscribe button if you have not already. And love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy your dinner tonight, knowing the work that went into your food. Come here. Come on. Talk about fast food. I swear you're not going to kill me. That was a tough one. I guess these guys are the ones that end up going to KFC for fast food. And you thought this was a horse trailer.